Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening from wherever you're watching from. So today we are going to be doing donuts, and we have our flour here, 16 cups of flour with our baking powder already mixed in it. This is already sieved flour. I'm going to drop the description, or should I say the recipe, in the comment section. Then we have our sugar, and with all quantities we have eggs. I did a recipe times 4, like I have a basic recipe that carries a minimum amount of quantities, so I did that recipe times 4 because I needed a larger portion of everything. So this is our kitchen oil, normal vegetable oil. We have this is milk. I prefer using powdered milk because liquid milk is sweet, and with the sugar it will make everything too sweet. And this is our favorite, my most favorite flavor. You can use vanilla flavor, you can use any flavor of your choice, but guys, this is a banger for me. And then this one is totally optional. This is coconut flakes. You can put, you might not put, just do as you wish. And in the red bowl is orange juice, natural orange juice. So this is the bowl we are going to be using. It's quite big because the ingredients we are dealing with is of a large quantity. So guys, just stay tuned. I'm going to drop the recipe on the comment section with all ingredients and their quantities that I used, and you will just get everything. So the first thing we need in our bowl is eggs, which we will need to mix thoroughly. Guys, I like cleaning up all the extra, so always have your spatula around you. All this extra on the bowls to me is a lot, so I don't leave them out. My spatula is always around me. After you've poured in your egg, you come in with the next ingredient. Please subscribe, like, share and comment. Thank you. Which is sugar. Remember the excess, guys, very important. That excess to me is very important. So this spatula should be like your number 1 tool. I love it so much because it does the work that an ordinary spoon cannot do. It cleans well and it brings all the extras together really good. And the last item that we'll be using for this stage is our groundnut oil, the normal vegetable oil. I'm not listing the quantities, but trust me, I'm going to drop it on the comment section. We pour in our vegetable oil. So here we have eggs, we have our sugar, and we have our vegetable oil. We will need to mix that up together. And like I always say, I prefer going for the traditional method. That's why you always see me with my whisk. I could use a stand mixer, I could use a hand mixer, but those of you who are following, it's not everyone who at the beginning will be able to afford all those machines. So be able to use the basic equipment you have around your home to create whatever you want to create. So this whisk is approximately 500 francs. Just mix that up together, tap it. It does not have a specific number of minutes that you have to mix for. You just have to ensure that you mix thoroughly so that all that combines together, all the three comes together. There should be no separation. Like here you can still see some oil hanging around somewhere, and then sugar still in lumps in some parts. You know, normally we don't sieve sugar, so once you just pour it and you start mixing, it first of all starts making as if it wants to create lumps. Just mix consistently. After that, you go in with the flavor. This is my most favorite flavor. This flavor is called mixed flavor, meaning it has a mixture of many other flavors, which makes it much more flavorful than our ordinary vanilla flavor. So I use this flavor like in most of my recipes, in almost all of my recipes where I need to use flavor. I just get it. In my kitchen you won't even find vanilla. this is a banger for me, though it's a little more costly than vanilla, because the quantity you get for vanilla for 500 is the same quantity you get for mixed flavor, but at 1000 francs. So you just go in with the flavor and you keep mixing that up together. Oh my god, everywhere is already becoming so flavorful. You mix and you ensure that it combines well. Guys, if you've been watching up to this point, you've not subscribed yet, please do well to subscribe. Tap the notification bell so that whenever we drop our videos, you'll be notified. And don't forget to comment, like and share to your loved ones. Now this is the orange juice we extracted. You just have to squeeze out the juice from the orange and sieve it. Then you get this clean natural juice. After we pour it in, you see some milkish creamy texture coming out. Everywhere is smelling good. The aroma from the orange plus the mixed flavor is just giving everything. And at last but not the least, which is actually not the last though, because we still have water, we have to go in with flour, which already has baking powder in it. Now for the issue of water, you can choose to mix this milk that we are pouring in this flour right now. You can choose to mix it in water. When I drop the recipe, you're going to see the quantity of water that you need, but trust me, you will not like to use liquid milk, except it is the one which is not sweet, but you need it to be flavorful. So I prefer going for powdered milk, which is less sugary than the liquid milk. Liquid milk is really so sweet, so it will make the product too sweet and your customers might not like it. And then we have this option which is totally optional. You can choose to add any other thing in it to give it some good flavor, but I always choose to go for coconut flakes so that it gives it, with the combination of all the other flavors that are already in, it gives it a mixture of a nice perceiving aroma one can eat, and it's really nice, but you cannot really figure out where the niceness is coming from, and that is the secret, coming from the mixed flavor and the coconut flakes. So for this quantity that we're doing, we just used 2 tablespoons, not teaspoons. Hope you can differentiate between tablespoons and teaspoons. I will need to do a video on that to show you how you can differentiate between tablespoons, teaspoons, cups, milliliters and the rest. So since I did not mix my milk in water, I just had to pour it into the flour and combine that together with our baking powder also already in the flour, and then with the coconut flakes. After combining that together, I have to add into the liquid that I had first of all mixed. But now you will not want to add at once because you're dealing with a large quantity. If you add everything at once, trust me, you will not get a good texture. You will not get the desired texture that you want to get. Adding in batches and pouring everything at once are totally two different things. The end result can never be the same. So this is what we get after getting the first mixture. I just go in with my spatula to make sure that I clean every other excess left in the bowl and put it together. Then I pour again. In this particular mixture, I did it like 3 times. I had to pour in the flour 3 times. Like, you can divide into 3 before pouring, as well as you can just choose to pour and wait like what I'm doing right now. So now I'm just going to go in with the last piece of it. At this point, it's already stressing me out because first of all, the butter is a large quantity, and then secondly, I have to use my whisk. So you have to put in your energy together. Now this is the texture we've gotten after putting the last butter and mixing. This texture is not okay, reason being that we don't have water yet. So I'm going to drop in the comment section the amount of water that I used for the butter to become soft and just easy to manipulate or easy to work with. Look at how firm. I've just washed my hands, so I'm there to show you how firm the dough is. It's not really stretchy, it's not creamy. And this is our machine that we'll need to use in baking our donuts. In placing that into the machines, it gives a rough tips up. Now, as it's giving you this rough top, once you've baked it and you're done, you'll notice that your donut is going to be cracking. It's not coming out smooth. I'm doing this just to, even though I did not bake it, to show how cracking it can be, but I'm doing this just because many people believe that for many recipes, once it excludes water, then that recipe is the best. But trust me, it's not for all recipes. There are recipes that water is a necessity for the product to come out as it's supposed to be. Now look at this. This is after I added the water. I'm going to drop the amount of water that I added. This is after I added the water. This is the stretchy consistency that we need. With this one, you just cut like you cut puff puff. This is me after I've filled it in the holes. Now it's not giving those rough tips. It has just slipped in the holes, and then when it rises, because normally as it is now, it's almost full, but it needs to be like ×2. So this is it after rising a bit. This is in the baking process. It uses 5 to 7 minutes for you to bake with this particular machine. It has 12 holes. When it rises, the upper part bakes in the holes on the opposite side of the machine, so it makes everything get ready at once. And this is it, ready to be removed from the machine. So when you put it approximately 5 to 7 minutes, check it out and remove. Approximately 5 to 7 minutes, check it out and remove. And guys, this is the final product. Looking so yummy, looking so good, looking so clean. Thank you, bye bye.